Hello students, welcome to the biology class. We are continuing with our chapter How do organisms reproduce. In our previous sessions we discussed about the asexual reproduction in lower animals, in which we discuss about fission, budding, fragmentation, regeneration and spore formation. Today we are going to start with our new topic, plant reproduction. Plant they reproduce by two methods, that is asexual or vegetative reproduction and sexual reproduction with the help of flower. And today we are going to start with the first mode of reproduction, that is asexual or vegetative reproduction or propagation. So what is vegetative reproduction? What is vegetative reproduction or propagation? It is the simplest method of reproduction in some higher plants, in which new plant is produced from any vegetative part of plant such as root, stem and leaves. So we know that we are having a flowering plant in which we are having root, stem, leaves and flowers. Root, stem, leaves and they are known as the vegetative parts of the plant, whereas the flower is known as the reproductive part of the flower. If the vegetation or if the reproduction takes place with the help of root, stem and leaves, such type of reproduction in plants is known as vegetative reproduction or asexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is of two types, that is natural vegetative reproduction and artificial reproduction. As in our junior sessions, or you can say in our junior classes, we learned that there are some plants which are edible and they are not vegetables, they are not fruits, they are root, stems or the leaves. For example, what is carrot? Carrot is edible root. What is potato? Potato is edible stem. What is spinach? That is palak. Palak is edible leaves. So they are reproduced from the root, stems and the leaves in the natural method. Such type of reproduction is known as natural vegetative reproduction. But in some cases we used to grow the plants with the vegetative part, that is with the help of stems we are getting the new plant, with the help of leaves we are getting the new plants, with our own practice, with the man-made practice. That is what called as the artificial vegetative propagation. So first we will discuss natural methods of vegetative propagation. These are the methods of multiplication with the help of vegetative propagules. Propagules का मतलब है roots, stems or leaves, which occur naturally in the plants. So vegetative propagation by the roots. So first propagules which we are discussing here is roots. The roots of some plants like sweet potato means shakarkandi, dahlia and guava develop adventitious bud. So we know that is we are having the adventitious root, we are having a tap roots. Adventitious buds are the buds which are other than the normal buds. When such roots are planted in the soil, new plants are produced under the favorable conditions. So you can see in this image, so this is your sweet potato and these are the adventitious buds, and from the adventitious bud the young plant coming out, and if they are being grow under the soil, they will produce the new plants, that is your new root tuber is there, this is your old tuber and this is your new plant with a number of the new root tubers, which will again give you the new plants. So from root to root, if we are getting the new plant, that is the natural method of the reproduction by the root. The common example is sweet potato. Then the vegetative propagation by the stem. In some plants like grasses, ginger, potato, onion, stem grow horizontally and develops the root below and leaves above the ground under the favorable condition. So you must have seen the potato. This is a potato. You see a scar over there. So these are known as the eye. And if you keep the potatoes sometimes without any use in the moist condition, so you will find a green color buds coming out from that particular scar. So that is a germinating bud. कभी experiment करके देखिएगा घर में, एक potato को undisturbed 3-4 दिन के लिए रहने दो in the favorable condition, that is at the room temperature. तो आपको जगह जगह पे जहाँ पे वो आइज बनी होती हैं, यहाँ पे स्कार्स हैं, वहाँ से आपको ग्रीन बड्स मिलेंगी. And if you take that green buds and sow it into the soil, you will get a new plant of the potato. This is how the vegetative propagation takes place by the stem. So potato is the edible stem. This is eye. This is a scar of stems, that is the scale leaves in between them, and the germinating bud, that is again the adventitious bud. And if you sow them into the favorable conditions, they will come out with a new plant. Similarly, in the ginger you can see various nodes and internodes are there, the buds are there. If you keep them for undisturbed for some times under the unfavorable condition, the new plant will come out. The next is by the leaves. This is very important. We are having a very important leaves, that is bryophyllum and begonia, reproduced by the vegetative propagation method. During this method, adventitious bud produce in the notches along the leaf margins. These adventitious buds develop into the plantlets, means the small plants, under the favorable conditions, and when leaf falls on the ground, plantlets and the buds develops into the new plant. So here it is more clear. So these are the notches of your leaf margin, 1, 2, 3. These are the adventitious buds, and they are coming out with the plantlets, and when this leaf will fall on the suitable substratum under the favorable condition, each that plantlet will develop into the new plant. So this is how the reproduction takes place by the leaves. That is, the example is bryophyllum. And here are the few images by which the vegetative propagation takes place. That is your sweet potato, that is by the root. This is your ginger, this is your potato by the stem. That is again, that is the bulb of the onion, that is by the stem. This is your dahlia is there, and that is the various artificial methods are there. That is your vegetative propagation by the stolon, and this is your layering or something. And here it is a runner or the strawberry, that is of your grass too. And this is the vegetative propagation by the offset in the water lucent, that is in the water. Now next comes your artificial propagation. These are man-made methods used in agriculture for raising the crop, in horticultural for the cultivation of vegetable, fruits and the flowers. So horticulture means the commercial way of using your particular vegetations, that is, and these methods are as follows, that is cutting, layering and grafting. So first we are discussing, that is your cutting. One of the easiest way of the plant propagation is using cutting from the various parts of the plant, that is root cutting, commonly used in the plants like, that is tamarind, that is imli, blackberry, and stem cutting, that is your sugar cane, lemon, rose are grown through the stems. Leaf cutting, some plants like begonia can be propagated by the leaf cutting. You can see from this image, so that cutting takes place, and if you sow that particular plant in under the favorable condition in the soil, you will get a new plant. So when you cut the roots, you will get examples of that. Stem cutting, that is sugar cane, lemon, rose, and that is begonia. You cut a piece of that particular plant either from the root, stem or leaf, sow them, plant them under the favorable conditions, and they will develop into the new plant. Layering. So in layering, the portion of the aerial stem grows root while the still attached to the parent plant, and then detach as an independent plant. So you can see this is the parent plant, and these are the lateral branches coming out, and they are being sown under the soil. So this is the lateral branch, and it is sown under the soil, and from here they develop the root, again attached with the parent plant. So they have said that the aerial stem grows root. This is the aerial stem, and they will grow the root while attached with the parent plant. And when they grow well and they develop with the new plant, they will get detached from the parent and develop into the new plants. So this is the layering. So this is one, and this is another layer, this is another layer. In this way you can form the hedges of your garden by having the layering. The very common example is jasmine, strawberry and guava. The next and the very important artificial method is grafting, which is in a very much, you can say, in a practical way, in the commercial way we use while improving the varieties and the productions of the fruits in mango, apple, pear, guava. So the technique of joining shoot system of one plant over the stem of another related plant to form the composite plant. It means you have to select two plants. One plant whose shoot system is very strong, means they give you a very good, you can say, juicy and healthy fruits. And second plant should have a very strong root system so that it should not suffer from any diseases, means resistant to the disease. So for the grafting we have to select two plants of a सेम वैरायटी. जैसे मैंगो प्लांट के दो प्लांट सेलेक्ट करने हैं, एक जिसका कि शूट सिस्टम बहुत अच्छा है, मतलब उसमें मैंगोज बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, पर उसका रूट अपने का खराब है, तो हम उसका शूट सिस्टम लेंगे, दूसरे का रूट लेंगे जिसका रूट सिस्टम बहुत स्ट्रांग है, डिजीज रेजिस्टेंट है. दोनों को मिला के हम एक नया प्लांट बनाएंगे जिसका रूट और शूट दोनों ही strong honge, and they will give you our desirable production of the fruit. The plant whose root system is taken is called the stalk, and the plant whose shoot system is taken is known as a sign. So it is used to improve the varieties and the production of the fruits in mango, apple, pear, guava and citrus fruits like orange and the lemon. So here you can see this is the shoot system and this is the root system. So this is sign, this is stalk. Now they are being united with each other, graft is there, and then they wrapped around, waxed around, comes out with a new desirable plant with the strong root and the shoot system. So these are the artificial methods of propagation, that is cutting, layering and grafting. Next, and the very important question is advantages of vegetative propagation. So first advantage is it is cheaper, means economic, rapid and easy method for growing the plants. It is useful for the plant those have lost the capacity to produce the seeds like banana, fig, rose and jasmine. All plants produced are genetically similar to the parent's plants, and desirable characters of fruits and flowers can be maintained. So these are the four very important advantages of the propagation, that is the vegetative propagation, that it is a rapid, it is cheaper, economic and easy method for growing the plant. It is useful for the plant those have lost the capacity to produce the seeds. All plants produced are genetically similar to the parents because they are coming out from the vegetative parts. There is no fertilization, no fusion is there. So desirable characters of the fruits and the flowers can be maintained. But still the vegetative propagation have few limitation or disadvantage. So limitation or disadvantage of vegetative propagation, it does not produce new varieties. Plant lost the vigor when grow repeatedly. Strength, vigor, नयापन खत्म हो जाता है. undesirable characters are transmitted from one generation to another. We are very happy that we are having a good varieties, we are having a desirable, but we are not eliminating the undesirable characters with the help of a vegetative propagation. They are also being continued from generation to generation. So these are the few limitations, that we are not getting any new variety, we are getting the same variety as that of the parents. We are getting all the desirable characters present in the parents, but we cannot eliminate the undesirable characters. But still, the vegetative propagation is cheap, rapid and easy method, and they are very useful for those which have lost the capacity for the seeds. So this is about your vegetative propagation of the plants, in which we use the various natural methods as well as the artificial methods. In our next lesson, we will discuss about the sexual reproduction. So first we will discuss about the characteristics of the sexual reproduction. Then we will start with the sexual reproduction in the flowers and its mechanism. Till then, stay home, stay happy. Thank you.